working. The studio is very fine and operational. Blizzards come and go, and I try to get into some kind of normal routine in a very not normal place.
Blizzard lines connected all the buildings together, and they basically helped us navigate through the wild katabatic storms. So I got to know these rope lifelines really well. There was ample, powerful and majestic Antarctic views out the window aplenty, but I wanted to depict something sort of primary and close by, something that I could touch. I also became pretty aware of knots. They were utilised across the station, and they tied things down, joined things together, held objects in place, usually for safety. I saw the knots as really positive symbols, but they could also refer to confinement, limitation, force. Also, there was lots of knots in the wind. Lots of knots. The body of Aurora australis works by sewing and painting many of the auroras we observed during that long and very dark winter. Basically, I was domesticating this polar phenomenon. Any sublime landscape can pleasantly sort of belittle us and remind us all of our mortality, and I certainly felt this diminutive effect when watching the auroras above. They really were extremely outlandish. Besides the enormous vistas and spectacular sights, I became intrigued by the local life form around Mawson, and that was the moss and the lichen. Just a few centimetres of green or grey or orange vegetation is far older than anything human in Antarctica. Yeah, I used to sit and watch the moss thaw out as I was slowly thawing out in October and waiting for a plane to extract me. But these hardy plants, I really thought they deserved some of my attention, and I made a series of travailogues about them. They are truly amazing to survive in this climate, just totally astounding.
Blackfeet.
So over the years I've used a number of different media. That's everything from painting to sculpture to drawing and film. It depends where I am and what things I pick up from each of those locations. That pretty much depends what medium I'm going to attack or utilise. I probably call myself a landscape artist because I often feed off the landscape, wherever that be. The short 30-minute film that I made in Antarctica was something I had to learn how to do. I learned how to use a small video camera there. I was there for 11 months. I basically took a lot of footage, and then there was the very long editing process and me working out how to make a film. In total, it probably took me a month of filming and messing around and editing to create that 30-minute documentary. After all of the time spent in Antarctica, I'm well aware of climate change. I've met many scientists, all of them agree
it's happening, it's not good, and we should do something about it. I wave that flag all the time, but not specifically in any of the work that I did whilst in Antarctica. Antarctica, as I mentioned in the film, is very, very unusual. It's a bit like going to another planet. Everything is different. That makes it extremely fascinating and stimulating for me. The landscape, the people, the creatures, the climate, everything. Getting there, living there, it's really, really odd and just surprising in so many ways. The other thing I like to say about Antarctica is it forces you to acknowledge that humans are very small, insignificant things. The most challenging thing was sort of getting there. Logistically, very, very expensive, problematic and tricky to get there. The climate is a bit complicated. Most of the time you're looking at the wind velocity to see how windy it is, and that will make you decide whether you go outside or stay inside. You do look at the temperature, but if it's super windy and really cold, you're not going outside. If it's not windy and it's really cold, it's easy, you can go outside. So the complications are indeed the remoteness, the climate, and getting there. I guess that travelling basically is my muse. It feeds me. It forces you to look a bit further or deeper or stronger because you are out of your familiar environment. That's always been of interest to me, to go to places that force you to look and to work out where you are. Highly stimulating. Yes, I am primarily a visual artist, and that's what I've been doing for many decades. But in the past, I did write a travelogue, a book about travel and my adventures from the perspective of an artist. Now, I think I might write some kind of short stories or perhaps a short novel, and maybe it's got something to do with walking. Maybe that's what I'm doing. That's a very hard question. I've been to maybe 100 countries. There's 270 countries, so there's a lot more I would like to see.